Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the Daily Crow. I'm Chris Phillips of the Spurs Up Show coming to you live. Going to continue the position unit preview series, talk about the specialists today, kickers and punters specifically, show some love to the special team guys, and continue the position unit preview like I said. So before we get into that, this is a broadcast into you by our friends over at SeatGeek. SeatGeek, the best ticket buying app by far, the only ticket buying app I use, the only one I'd recommend. It is that time of year. Football season is here. It's time to buy your Carolina football tickets, and what better place to do it than with our friends at SeatGeek. Go download the SeatGeek app or go to SeatGeek.com. When you use the promo code SPURSUP, you're going to save $10 off your first purchase. Like I mentioned, you're going to need your Gamecocks football tickets, but they've also got NFL, NHL, NBA, MLB, concerts, comedy club events. Doesn't have to be sports. Literally anything and everything you need tickets to, they've got it there over at SeatGeek. They've got a ticket rating system which actually rates the tickets for you based on the type of deal you're getting. So you make sure you're getting a really good deal, you're getting a steal, you know you're not getting ripped off, and you really have that peace of mind before you click the buy button. They make ticket buying super simple, super easy. So again, it's our friends at SeatGeek. Go download the SeatGeek app or go to SeatGeek.com. Use the promo code SPURSUP, that's SPURSUP, to save $10 off your first purchase. It's $10 free on your tickets. Why not use the deal? All right, so like I said, let's get into position unit preview with the specialists, kickers and punters primarily. This is a very interesting group because I want to look back at 2018 really quickly. I was really harsh on these guys coming into last year. Was taking a look at the grade I gave them. It was a D- or a D+, I believe, coming into 2018. Completely different story this year. 2018, a huge bounce back for the one guy, Parker White, the kicker. Obviously, he had his struggles in 2017, his first year doing it. 2018 was phenomenal. Went 13 for 16, 45 of 46 on extra points, 13 of 16 on field goals, 42 for his long. He hit the game winner against Missouri that I know we all remember, was given a scholarship in the spring game. So it's a good time to be Parker White right now. And it was a great 2018 for him. I thought the coaching staff did a lot better job of utilizing him correctly, putting him in the right positions to succeed. And it really paid off on the field. Also, when you take a look at the punting situation, Joseph Charleton with a fantastic year, man. Named second team All-SEC, 44.8 yard average. 16 times he pinned opponents inside the 20-yard line. Again, these are guys that I talked about in the special teams preview on the podcast. But those two guys really were phenomenal years, especially Parker White. For him to be able to come back and bounce back from the rough year that he had in 2017. Parker White was really the surprise in 2018. I remember specifically a year ago, I had predicted that another guy would take that starting position and that Parker White wouldn't see the field for Carolina. I was dead wrong. A great year for Parker White and for Joseph Charleton. All right, so let's meet the kickers and punters for 2019 now. We've got redshirt junior kicker Parker White, redshirt freshman kicker Cole Hanna, freshman Alex Herrera, redshirt junior kicker Alex Wozniak, redshirt senior punter Joseph Charleton, redshirt senior punter Michael Allman, redshirt senior kicker Will Tommy, and freshman long snapper Matt Bailey. Which leads me into my most approved. So you're probably wondering, who has the most approved for Carolina specialists? I mean, Parker White had a good year. Joseph Charleton had a good year. What could those guys have to prove? Well, the guy that has the most approved to me is a guy that nobody knows about, nobody's talking about, and it's the long snapper, Matt Bailey. You might ask yourself, why Matt Bailey? Well, if you remember, South Carolina literally had open tryouts for a long snapper a couple of months ago. And they brought on Matt Bailey, again, who's a freshman. People really underrate the exchange, how important that is between the long snapper, the holder, the kicker, the timing of that. You could argue in 2017, one of the reasons that Parker White struggled was because that was a new unit and the timing between those guys was not there. Again, he's the new long snapper. He is a key piece. He's a key cog in this machine for the special teams. I'm not sure if he'll be doing punts as well, but let's just assume he is. Snapping to the punter, making sure every snap is good, making sure every snap is clean to the holder. It's such an underrated thing, and it's such a little thing, and it's something we're not really going to talk about, obviously, leading up to the season, but it's extremely important, and until we see him on the field, I would say he, out of the unit right now, has the most to prove for the specialists. Best overall, to me, is Joseph Charleton. I talked about it. You guys probably saw the clip earlier or later last week. I think Joseph Charleton's a weapon for USC, and I don't say that jokingly. I really believe that when you have a guy like Charleton who has the ability to flip the field for you, especially when you're still kind of figuring it out on defense, because I expect the Gamecocks to be really good on defense this year, but early on, South Carolina might still be figuring things out. When you have a guy like that can flip the field for you, when he can turn the game around for you, to me, it's criminal that he wasn't named All-SEC. I talked about that before. It's insane to me. It's banana land that he was not named All-SEC this year. Again, second team All-SEC after last year. I don't understand how you leave him out. But like I said, can really flip the field for Carolina at any point, has really become a weapon for this South Carolina special team. Like I said, yeah, he's a beast. I don't know how he wasn't named All-SEC. I really don't understand it. But either way, Joseph Charleton, a guy that I fully expect to be on the postseason All-SEC list come the end of this year. To me, the season will be successful if the coaching staff continues to monitor the way they use Parker White. The coaching staff did a phenomenal job with that a year ago as far as putting him in positions to succeed. I think that first season, he was like 14 for 26 or something crazy. I mean, his stats were terrible. We all remember that. But he was being asked to hit a lot of 50-yarders, 52-yarders, 54-yarders, a lot of things outside of his comfort zone. Anybody who knows anything about special teams knows that it's a lot like golf or really playing any other sport where it's all confidence and it builds on each other. And when you miss that first one and you miss that second one and you miss that, it really has a snowball type of effect. Well, last year, Parker White never had to get in that mode. He was kicking a lot of shorter kicks. I just thought the coaching staff did a much better job of putting him in a good position to succeed. So I think if they continue to do that, listen, as long as these guys do what they did a year ago and continue to do their thing, I'm sure they've all improved going from last year to this year. This unit is going to be completely fine. South Carolina fans have nothing to worry about. But that's the one thing I would say. Again, I would like to actually see them push Parker White a little bit to maybe if there is a 50-yarder or a chance where you can kick a 50-yarder, maybe give him that opportunity, see if he can hit it because kid's obviously got the leg, and you would think after last year he's got the confidence. But again, as long as they're smart about it, continue to monitor him, continue to be smart about the way they use him and put him in good positions to succeed, I fully expect him to have another good year. Overall grade for the specialists, I give him an A. It's funny. Like I said, last year I gave him a D+. Now I'm giving him an A. Completely flipped the script a year ago. And again, I think this will be a strength for Carolina. I think South Carolina's got a really, really solid kicker. I think they've got one of the best punters in the SEC, if not the entire country. And I think they're in good hands as far as specialty is concerned. As long as Matt Bailey, the long snapper, does his job, I fully expect these guys to have really solid years for South Carolina and this be a strong suit of the team. So appreciate you guys tuning in. That's going to wrap up this position unit preview for the specialist. If you haven't done so, the Spurs Up Show episode 117 dropped this morning. Previewing fall camp, had a great conversation with former Gamecocks defensive back Jimmy Legree. Be sure to go check that out. Other than that, appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to go watch some preseason football because football is finally back. So cut it on the tube. But until then, we'll talk to you soon. And thanks for tuning in, guys. See ya.